All right, what's happening there, my mathletes? That's right, Mr. Muscarella coming at you, Musky in the house. We're going to take a look at sum and difference formulas. Here's going to be a second example, and this time we're going to take a look at cosine. That's right, so we're going to keep playing with this number 75, all right? And remember, when you were working with our sum and difference formulas, we're using these to find the exact value for angle that is not on the unit circle. Like 90, it's on there. 60 degrees, it's on the unit circle. 75, yeah, no, bro, not so much. So we got to use other angles that are on the unit circle to come up with the exact value of it. Now remember, in our formulas, we've got some U's and V's all over these kinds of things. Some different textbooks will use A's and B's or alphas and betas, you know, so don't let the variable throw you off. But we do have to remember a couple things, you know, when you're adding, A plus B, same thing as B plus A, no big deal. But when you're subtracting, the order matters. So we've got lots of options here for this one right here when we do our U's and V's when we go to do the difference formula. But first, let's go ahead and do our example here. And this time we're going to look at cosine of 75 using a sum formula. So again, when we write this out, we're going to start with cosine of 75. So we'll write out the angle that way. And we're going to start that out by saying cosine of, now 45 plus 30 are the two angles that we're going to use. So that kind of tells me which the U is and what the V is. Now notice the cosine formula, that's cos minus sine. All right, so the cos formula, you know, for adding is going to be cos minus sine. So those are going to be the, you know, that's the formula. So we're going to drop all that in. We're going to drop it in like it's hot. So here we go. So the cosine of 45, so it's cos, and then cosine of 30, so cos minus, and then sine of the U, which is 45, and the sine of the V, which is 30. So cos, sine. And then, again, we're just applying stuff on our unit circle, bro. So take your time, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I'm going to let you hit pause on the video right now because we got that set up right. I want you to put everything in and see what you get. Taking your time, showing every step of the way. All right, so how did you do on that? Hopefully you are good to go. You know, you've got everything in there right. So of course we get a point for the right answer. We get a point for making our substitutions in there correctly. And then this piece right here, applying the formula correctly, making sure we're using that right formula, and then we'd be ready to rock and roll. And I may even give you a point for that. It depends on that piece. But make sure you have all those things around so it's clear what U is and what V is. Because you be you, I be me, and I want to make sure you get all the points possible. Now, difference formula, a little bit different here, right? So we're going to go up and we're going to look at our difference formula. And this one almost looks the same. And it's kind of, the only difference is that in the middle, it is plus. So you're really going to have the same thing all over again. However, you're going to have a plus sign in there. Now, when we do our U minus V, now we can't use 45 minus 30. So again, we got to go up and use one of these other values here. So I can pick anything I want. I know in the last video we used 135 and 60. So in this video, for this one, what I want you to do, so I'm going to get you to hit pause, but we're going to use the 210 and 135. So we're going to use this one, 210 and 135. So those are going to be our values. So the U value is going to be 210 and the V value is going to be 135. All right, so difference formula here, right? We started out. So you can hit pause if you want and then come back, check yourself. But for here, we'll do the cosine of 75. All right, so we've got these guys right here. And what we're going to do is then write that out. So write down the formula, cos 210, cos 135. Oh, that's a slappy 3. And then remember, the middle one is plus. So it's going to be cos, sine again. But we have a plus in the middle. So sine 210. Sine 135. Then we just plug everything in from the unit circle. So go ahead and hit pause, then come back and let's see how you did on this one. All right, so how do you do with that one? Hopefully you did all of your substituting correctly and you are solid with that. You're good and you didn't miss the negative sign because that's a common thing right here. Even though we've got a plus right here, the plus, don't forget, you know, in the middle when you find the product of 1/2 or negative 1/2 and root 2 over 2, you will end up with a minus sign. So same answer as we got before, man. It's all good. So whether we use a sum formula or a difference formula, we get the same value. All right, thanks for watching this one. Now, tangent, when you come back and watch tangent 1, that one's going to be a little bit more challenging because of the way the tangent formula is written. All right, so we're going to play with that one a little bit. I'll catch you with you guys soon. Love you guys. Peace out.